I was talking about the plastic strata within landfill, and it just made me reflect on we've made plastic, we've made things from plastic so they're infinitely more durable, but then we throw them away faster. So I don't quite understand what we're doing there. We want to use an item, a material, plastic, but we haven't actually thought it through. So maybe we should be more agnostic about our materials choice. What I'm seeing develop is a new narrative that what if everything was infinitely recyclable? And metals are a good example. They're infinitely recyclable now and they're valued, and that is done. There's a couple of issues that would need to be resolved. One is there are complex layers of different materials put together to create all of our new goods and services. So we need to go back up the supply chain and use a principle called design for disassembly so that those materials could be pulled apart. And if they can be pulled apart at their end of life, then there's likely to be more value to be obtained of putting them together in new ways, because it's probably cost effective. And the way I see this, I was watching the Brickumentary about Lego the other night on SBS, and I could see that Lego as an individual series of bricks are infinitely able to be put together in any number of ways. And they had a mathematician working it out for if you were using 5 bricks or 10 bricks or 100 bricks, and it clearly became mathematically interesting in that you were pushing an infinite number of possible options when putting together different numbers of bricks. So I thought, well, Lego is kind of similar to the individual molecules that make up the different things that end up as rubbish or end up as waste. So I thought, if we can say one Lego brick is equivalent to a molecule, what can a molecule become? And if you think of it from a entropy perspective, everything comes together and then is pulled apart. We don't actually lose anything during the life of a individual molecule. So everything we have, we still have. However, it's in another form. So there's been a transformation process over the last thousands, millions of years. So if we look at waste as a resource and that everything is still there, what can it become? And in order to recover these molecules, we need to start being smarter about how we put things together. And I mentioned design for disassembly so that they can be pulled apart. But also, when we put things into landfill, let's call that storage, we need to be able to pull them out again easily. And if that means you put like items together or some other systematic way of landfilling items, that could be addressed, which could be quite interesting.